Fox News. Breaking news.
Tonight, a hard truth the media don't want to say out loud. You cannot hollow out America's security apparatus, slash morale, drain manpower, and act shocked when cracks start showing up in public. Now we have a major warning sign out of Newark after a United Airlines collision. At the same time, top Homeland Security officials are admitting recovery from the shutdown mess is still underway. You see, that's not random. This is what happens when Democrats play games with core government functions that protect the American people. The good news, the Trump administration is not hiding it. They're confronting it head on. So what exactly broke and how fast can we fix it? Now this matters to every American watching because security is not some abstract Washington talking point. It's the TSA officer at the checkpoint, cyber analyst protecting critical systems, the Coast Guard unit that's paying its bills, and the chain of command making sure a small failure never becomes a national crisis. According to DHS leadership, after 76 days of shutdown disruption, the department took real damage. CISA down 1,100 people. TSA down 8%, morale crushed. Bills going unpaid, operational stress across multiple components. That is what Democrat recklessness looks like in the real world. And when the left treats border chaos and institutional breakdown like bargaining chips, families pay the price, travelers feel it, communities feel it, the national security structure feels it. And President Trump inherited agencies battered by sabotage and mismanagement, and now his team is doing what competent leadership does: identify the gaps, restore the workforce, and lock the system back down before weakness turns into danger. This is the cost of open borders, politics, and shutdown theater. While the Trump administration rebuilds security at home, it's also securing the supply chains America will need to stay strong for decades. This breaking news from the White House: they just announced over $30 billion to secure America's critical mineral supply chains and named a specific Alaskan project as a key strategic asset for U.S. mineral independence. Now, I've been to the Vizsla Copper drilling site myself. I've seen it with my own eyes. And what's happening right now is bigger than most people realize. President Trump just unveiled Project Vault, a $12 billion strategic mineral reserve designed to stockpile essential resources and keep America from depending on foreign rivals. That is an America First move. And Vizsla Copper is drawing some serious attention, and the company trades in the United States under VCUFF and in Canada as VCU.V. If you want the full breakdown on why this matters right now, check the exclusive briefing. It's only for Next News viewers. It's linked below before the crowd catches on. Now back to the warning sign out of Newark, because this is exactly why rebuilding American capacity actually matters. See, this is the part the corporate press will try to blur. Secretary Duffy didn't dodge, spin, or downplay the Newark incident. He said flat out, this is unacceptable. This should never happen in America. Investigators from NTSB and FAA are moving in immediately. That response tells you everything. Under President Trump, the mission is not to manage headlines, it's to fix failures. And when you connect that with DHS still climbing out of shutdown damage, the picture gets a lot clearer. Here's Secretary Duffy discussing the United Airlines collision at Newark.
So I don't want to get ahead of the investigation. Again, it seems pretty clear a light pole at least was hit. Was the truck hit? That will be ascertained as the NTSB arrives today. The FAA is going to arrive today. They're in contact with United. This is unacceptable. We have really well-trained pilots. This is one. This should never happen in America. But this is what happens, though, from an incident like this, Stuart. The big and small incidences we study, we look at, and we learn from, and we take action on. And that's why America is the safest place to fly. We have the safest skies, the busiest skies, bar none, and we're the best because we look at every incident and learn from it and take action.
They're taking action, and that's what they do. But that's not all. They're recovering. The network collision should have never happened, and that every failure has to be studied and fixed. Next, DHS Secretary Mullen lays out the bigger damage done from the Democrat shutdown. Listen to this.
Well, after 76 days of shutdown, which is an historic shutdown, longest government shutdown in history, it's going to take some time to recover. I mean, were we able to still be mission capable? Yes. Were we able to pick up everything that was being brought to us? No. I mean, just for an example, we had 500 electric bills throughout just the Coast Guard that was in default, and in some cases, we were having to have the State Department and DOW pay the bills. Our gas cards throughout the department, throughout 22 components, was getting turned off, and we was having to have different agencies pay those bills for us. And so we were also having a tremendous amount of morale issues. So we had a large turnover. Just in CISA, we're down 1,100 people. TSA was down 8%, which typically we have about a 4.6% turnover there. We have agencies that were almost completely furloughed, and so now we're getting back up to speed. I'll use one more example too. In the Coast Guard, they have one agency that does nothing but license barges and vessels for United States waters. They're 18,000 vessels behind, and even if we did nothing but just work on the vessels behind, it would take us till the end of July to get them licensed and back on the water. That's going to have a huge impact on what happens throughout transportation, what happens with recreational vehicles, and this is all because the Democrats wanted to have open borders and allow criminals to flow freely on the streets, and it makes absolutely no sense, Shannon. But morale is high, and we're laser focused on delivering for the American people, protecting the homeland.
And I want to get to some of the things.
Until Chuck Schumer decides to do it again. Oh, you know what's going to happen again. They're going to continue to do this. See, the Newark collision is not just an isolated scare. It's a flashing warning light on a system that Democrats helped weaken, and the Trump administration is now rebuilding in real time. Secretary Mullen laid out the internal damage. Secretary Duffy laid out the public standard. Unacceptable, investigated, corrected. That's the difference between serious government and ideological chaos. America is still the safest place to fly because we have the best people, we have the best standards, and now leadership willing to act instead of cover. The establishment does not want that comparison made. They do not want voters connecting Democrats' shutdown damage, open border politics, and institutional decay. But Americans can see it. I can see it. You can see it. Break the system, and the system shows you exactly where it was hurt. So here's the bottom line. The Trump administration is cleaning up a mess, not creating one. DHS is recovering. Security gaps are being found. Corrections are underway. And when an aviation incident happens, this White House does what strong leadership should do. Investigate fast, learn fast, and act fast. That's how you protect the country. That's how you restore trust. And that is how America wins. If you agree that Democrats should never be allowed to play games with Homeland Security again, share this report right now and drop a comment below. Answer this simple yes or no question. Should Congress lock in stronger protections so shutdown politics can never cripple security agencies again? And make sure you text raw feed, those two words, raw feed, to the number on your screen, 844-840-4963. That's the secret number we have set up just for you. So you can beat the algorithm. You can get direct updates sent from your phone when YouTube decides that you don't deserve a notification. I'll send it to you. I won't let you down. Make sure you check out the Next News merch shelf below this video. Stay loud, stay proud, and stay America first.
The system controls information. Information control is power. I want you to see this. The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.